Hello and welcome to this mace flow tutorial. Today's flow is a blast and it'll challenge your upper body strength and stamina while increasing your balance. I'm going to teach the crane's dance in 3 parts, which will make it really easy for you to learn and remember. We're gonna dive in now, but first, let's see the flow. I'm Lochlainn, and on this channel, I teach you to move like a warrior. Now let's learn the crane's dance. We're gonna learn this flow in pieces, and like Legos, we're gonna combine them along the way until we get to the final flow, the crane's dance. Alrighty, the first piece of the crane's dance is going to be alternating reverse lunges with a down strike. So I'll demonstrate what that looks like. From warrior stance, I'll come into center grip, and then my opposite leg to the high hand, so in this case my left, will step back, and I will step down, and strike. Now note, this is going to be a strike, but it's also ready stance because next I'm gonna push back to the front, switch which hand, right leg for me this time steps back, and down strike. And I'm just going to be repeating this particular flow movement. This is the first building block for the crane's dance. I'll show you a quick side angle so you can see more what that looks like. So I'm stepping back, mace is parallel to that front leg, I'll come back up, switch, and see how low you can stay. And one other great tip for this particular movement is to exhale as you strike and inhale as you switch. And that is the very first movement that is going to build into the crane's dance. On to movement number 2. So we did the alternating step back with the strike, and this time we're gonna tack on something. And we're gonna learn this in a really simple way. So I'm gonna step back, next I'm going to push up. And I'm coming into this tree stance with the mace really nice and tight against my body. I'm really trying to create like a pillar and have the mace be as close to my center of gravity through the foot on the ground. This will help my balance a lot. Next, I'm gonna push into a punch. So I'm going to extend the mace all the way out, hold my balance as I do so, and hold that shoulder stability. Bring it back in, reconnect, step back. Switch sides. Push up, find your balance like a column, and then extend. Bring it back in, switch sides. So that is the movement number 2 we're tacking on. Our third and final movement of the crane's dance is called the drop shield. We're going to have our hand come in the center of the mace. I'm gonna step out laterally this time. Note, it's really the same position that we were using earlier, but instead of stepping back, I'm stepping laterally. Next, I'm going to curl the mace up, and this is like I'm aiming at something. So I'm looking to have this parallel to the ground, and this is gonna be a really excellent upper body exercise. Next, I'm going to pivot my stance into a front lunge as I allow the mace to drop behind slightly, behind my shoulder, and then I'm gonna pivot and pull through. And you can make this like a full shield or like a strike, it's really up to you. Next, I'm gonna pull it in and drop back. And then simply switch the other side. So I wanna show you from behind what this looks like so that you can actually see what the drop shield looks like as it spins, but first, show you one more on the other side. So I'm gonna curl it up, aiming, I'm gonna pivot, drop behind, pull through, and pull into the strike or shield, whatever you want it to be. Bring it in, come back to center. So again, from behind, so you can see what that swing looks like. Coming down, aiming, dropping behind, it's gonna be right vertical. So if I were to take my hand off the mace, it's perfectly vertical and it's resting against my shoulder. So the reason I'm doing this is so that I can pivot and then push through. So it's really never spinning dangerously close to my head because it's always right next to my shoulder the whole time. And then I'm just going to be really pulling and pushing into that position. So that's the drop shield, really excellent movement. And it's also really good for training you to do better 360s. So that's why we're doing the drop shield. Plus it's just a beautiful flow. So now let's tie the whole thing together. We're going to do the full crane's dance flow with those stepping back strikes, crane's wing or side punch, whatever you'd like to call that. And then finally the drop shield. So we're gonna tie it all together. I'll show you what that looks like right now. Center grip, step back, down strike, push up. Really get your balance, feel like a column, rooted into the ground, extend, side punch. Reconnect. I'm actually going to step down, and the next curl. Drop behind, into that shield, pull it in, set down, and then from here, this is the fun part in my opinion, I'm going to switch. So I'm gonna come back to center, and then right leg, that opposite leg's gonna step back. So it's almost like a dance step. And then I'll push up, extend, bring it in, step down, curl, drop shield, back to the front, and another fun switch. So come back to center, opposite leg steps back, pull up, step laterally, aim, drop shield, bring it in, come into the middle, step back, push up, extend, reconnect, strike down, curl and aim, drop behind, back to the center, and you can rest. Really have fun with this. Be light on your feet. This is meant to be a flow that you're meant to be graceful and kind of, you're flying between every single stance that we're doing, hence, the crane's dance. So do enjoy and have fun with it. Cheers. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the crane's dance. If you want to learn more mace flows, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you on the next Flow Made Simple video. Peace.